Hello and welcome to Historical Gameplay. This is Europa Barbarorum. Enough said. Well, seriously, this is it. This is Europa Barbarorum II version 2.35. Just recently been released. This is the mod. I mean, honestly, I do not know what to say. This is the mod of all mods. This is a brand. This is not just simply a mod. So originally released as a mod for Rome 1. And I think the first major release was about 2007, 2007 I think, or even before that, Europa Barbarorum 1. It was a huge success. It was massive. It was the most historically accurate, the most immersive mod at the time. So yes, there was another attempt. Actually, there was also a Rome Total Realism at the time. There was another mod. I think it was came out somewhat early, I think. So for us, for the early adopters, that was the first thing we started to sort of play testing and contributing to. Then Europa Barbarorum developed roughly at the same time, and ever since, this mod has been absolutely outstanding. It's been one of the most popular mods, especially with those who are into history, who like historically accurate modifications. This is the place to go. This is the biggest, one of the most accurate, one of the most amazing products there is. There are people behind it, amazing, absolutely amazing modders. Just absolutely in terms of dedication, in terms of the passion for the project, this is absolutely unparalleled. So we have members who's been around ever since Europa Barbarorum 1. We had the historians. We have Carl, of course, who was leading the project. Then we had historians who've been with the project as well. We had Paulus. We had other people who've been with the project for a long time. So we have Quintus, of course. Quintus Sertorius was absolutely amazing. He took up, I think it was about 2014. And he essentially carried it on his shoulders. Absolutely amazing. All of those people involved, the historians, we have Argus, we have Brennus, Paulus again, I mentioned, there's other people there, and absolutely fantastic. And as a people as well, are so driven, so professional. It's absolute pleasure. I've been playing a small tiny part, helping with Hayastan, with Armenian faction a little bit. Wasn't very active, but there are people who just drive this project, and they've been doing it for years, and unbelievable, very knowledgeable, very resilient characters in real life as well. So it was absolute pleasure being part of it. So the 2.35 has been released a couple of weeks, less than that ago. So I was very keen to get back into it. I haven't played the mod in ages, absolute ages. And what I'm going to do today, I'm going to start Makedonian campaign. I'm going to take Antigonus II, and his story here matches what this channel does perfectly. So we're going to go for a short campaign. We're going to try and consolidate our position here and reclaim our throne lost to Pyrrhus of Epirus recently. So recommended difficulties for this mod is hard campaign, but medium battles. So I play on hard battles, honestly, because I think this gives AI a little bit of an advantage, and the battles will last a little bit longer. Some of the some of our developers prefer as well this. So yes, it's up to you, but campaign should be definitely on hard, because otherwise, from what we know, AI will not recruit mercenaries. So we'll manage all cities. We do not want no battle time limit, because it could get a little bit glitchy at times, and you do not want to show CPU moves perhaps either, because it will take ages then the AI turn times. So we'll untick this, and we're going for a short campaign with Macedonia. Let's go. So Macedonia is a perfect match for what we're trying to achieve here in this channel. So because this is going to be short and sharp campaign, we're going to try and re-establish our claim to the throne. We're going to bring Antigonus back into his ancestral seat, hopefully, that is currently occupied by Pyrrhus. And loading times, as you can see, also pretty quick, so it's fabulous to see. A call to destiny. Kyrie Basileu, I hope to find you in good health. As you know, Macedonia is in wretched state, indeed, invaded by far too many would-be rulers and attacked by countless hordes of barbaroi. You must bring peace and stability to the region which rightfully belongs to you. You were born here in Gonoi. Sure, it stands closer to the border with Thessalia, but your lineage is pure, as you the son of Demetrius Polyarchitis and Phila, daughter of Antipatros, whom both Philippus II and Alexandros Megas trusted with holding Macedonia in their absence. Well, now all these great men are dead and chaos reigns in Macedonia, where the despicable Galatai, serving under Pyrrhus, who dares to call himself Basileus, desecrate Aigai as we speak. So basically what happened, Pyrrhus took over royal tombs there, and he took over Pella, and his mercenaries, the Galatians, they basically pillaged the tombs. So he lost. It was a major public relations hit for Pyrrhus, because people did not like it. He was already a sort of an Epirot king outside of the Macedonian elite, and this was serving him really poorly, what they did, and he failed to actually punish those who were responsible for this, for the pillaging of the tombs. Pyrrhus, as brilliant as he might be, is just a restless madman and cannot rule Macedonia for long. Now he marches to the Peloponnesus with the intent of removing your remaining allies. He cannot go unpunished, having caused more destruction to Macedonia than all the Galatai and Barbaroi put together. We must act with haste, liberate Macedonia, repel the marauding Barbaroi, and then I assure you, Basileus, the Macedons will recognize that you deserve to be called as such and will fight for you. Okay, so actually what happened, in 277, actually Antigonus II Gonatas, he did defeat the Celts here, and he was proclaimed king by Macedonians. However, Pyrrhus came back from Italy, and he driven him all the way back to the coastal areas that he used to control. So there's a problem with this, with Pyrrhus mostly at this time. Now we have the successor system. I do not remember how it works. I think, flexible new system to help the players. So your faction leader starts the game with a successor ancillary who can be transferred to... Oh, okay. Alright, so this is something new. So move them into the same army and then drag the ancillary from one to the other. Okay, excellent. I did not know they changed that to the ancillary, because there used to be a different system. You would have to click on family tree and then click on the character. That's much more efficient system, it sounds to me. Right, let's see, what else do we have? Okay, some Barbaroi alliances here, and we have... Okay, the Greeks now allied with the Ptolemies in Egypt. Okay. This is a new faction that's been introduced. So let us see. Let us have a look at our holdings. What do we currently control? Okay, so we control 2 out of 3 shackles or fetters of Greece, Corinthus and Demetrius. The third one would be Chalkis here. Unfortunately, the province, yes, I think this is supposed to represent that, the city. The province has been removed, or it's been merged, I think, with Athens here, with province here. With Attica, yes, so we do not have separate settlement. I think this gentleman here is supposed to represent that, the control of the shackles of Greece. One, Demetrius, Corinthus and Chalkis here, but the province is not here. So I think what we'll have to end up doing is taking over Attica here and Athens as well. So our target here is to basically not to expand, because there was no historical expansion for Antigonus II. What he did, he basically re-established his rule in Macedonia. So what we're aiming to do is maybe capture Attica, Athens here, because we need Euboea here, we need Chalkis, and we obviously need to bring Pella under our control again. So this is it from in terms of our goal for this short and sharp campaign, hopefully. So we need to basically recreate historical expansion and extent of Antigonid kingdom here. We're not gonna go any farther. We need to deal with Epirots, however. Pyrrhus, eventually we want him either dead or back in Epirus. He died historically, of course, here in Argos. and here's this ill-fated campaign. So let's see what we have. This is our king. Antigonus is 36 years old. He first claimed the crown in 283, but there was okay, this is ancillary potential successor. There was, of course, lots of issues. There was Galatian Invasion. So Macedon at this stage is very, very poor shadow of its former self. Massive brain drain and migration to the east, of course. We have lots of manpower gone. We have land, you know, physically plundered and, you know, by Galatians. So not only manpower is a problem, that, you know, lots of our infrastructure lies in ruin, etc. So we'll deal with that. We need to rebuild. We need to basically put ourselves back on our 2 feet firmly, and this is what we're going to do. Now, do we have any armies? Let's see our armies. Okay, so this is our royal army. This is our heir. He's in Dimitri. Demetrius is very important, is our capital at the moment. And we have one more garrison, Corinthus. We have one in Attica that, yeah, it should be Caucasus. Unfortunately, the province is gone. And we have a small fleet, which is, yes, I think Quintus introduced this new idea: raiding fleet, pirate fleet, I think royal fleet, war fleet. Absolutely fantastic. I'm very for this idea. I think it makes a lot of sense. Okay, so we need to, first and foremost, of course, we need our capital back. Let's see, where are our agents? We have an assassin, we have a diplomat here, and we have a spy here in Pergamon. Let's see what is our current diplomatic stance. So we are enemies with Epirus, of course, with this confederation, shall we say, of the Greeks, and with the Ptolemies in Egypt. So we have our allies are Seleucids, military access, trade, so we don't really need anything from them, do we? Let us have a quick look. Alright, if I approach, maybe try and ask them for map information, would that work? Demanding, okay, alright, we're not gonna bother. We are not going to bother. We're gonna march back, and we're going to see what we can do here in terms of maybe securing some trade deals here. We're gonna get our spy back where we need him. Can we actually get to Macedonia? Probably not. Alright, there is no, this is just outside of our borders. Okay, we have some Thracians and all the rest of it, some Barbaroi here. We're not very impressed by that. So let's see, what do we have here in terms of the enemy? Oh, our mines are damaged in Pella. What else is happening here? We have, yes, some Illyrian garrison and some Galatians. I think that's what the Epirotes brought, but they marched away. They have marched away, so we have a bit of a freedom. There are more roaming Barbaroi around our territory. Let's see our finances. We are going to lose that much next turn, which is not great at all. And this is our family tree. So our son is Demetrius. Yes, there he is. So we have Demetrius and we have Alcyonius. Okay, so we'll leave it as it is for now. We know that Demetrius will be the next king. So let's see. There's lots going on here. I want to bring... Yes, I want to bring this captain of ours, bring him back and reinforce our city, one of our cities. Let's see, what can we do with him? We have a decent garrison here. Here perhaps we can increase some taxes. Oh, no. Big mistake. What about Demetrius? Yes, let's bring them to high. And we need a lot of money. We need actually to think about administration here. What will that do for us? This is autonomy. This is granting them autonomy. I do not know if I'm comfortable with this at this stage. We have, yes, stasis here, of course, which is causing a lot of headache in terms of public order. And we already have pre-built autonomy. Basically what they did, they controlled yes, military administration. They control Acropolis here, the Macedonians in Corinthus. So we will want potentially create something that will increase public order. Okay, shall we give them administration? What will that give us? Trade goods. Okay, land trade. Public order, recruitment slots allowed. Let's see if we can grant them this. This is relatively expensive, however. Public order here and public order here. I think this is the cheapest option, so we will probably go with that. But first, let's see what we can do here in our capital. Temples, small temple. Let's go with this gift estates, population growth, production, farming, etc. Okay, now here I want to, of course, gain control of Pella, of our capital. I don't know what to do with the assassin, really. I mean, what am I to do with you? I don't want to kind of, you know, kill anyone yet. 3%, 4%. Shall I try and just try to do that? Alright. No. Did we succeed? I normally do not do that. It's just, you know, retune, expand, skilled courtesan. Okay, so he did not succeed. That. Oh, he did. Oh, wow. Oh, okay. Wow. Okay, well, alright. That was unexpected. Okay. Yeah, I don't know what to say. Well, that's fine, I suppose. I was just, you know, trying to train him a little bit, but okay. Now, what I normally do, I bring all of the, yeah, we will then besiege this. I normally have this thing when I bring my skirmishes first, and then the rest of the army. So that's how I arrange them. So I have, I don't know, it's just one of those things, weird things that I do. I first have long range, then short range skirmishes, then I would have some sort of levies, etc., and light infantry next, and then I would have in my, this is how my stacks are normally arranged. I know it might sound a little bit weird. And then we will have heavy infantry and then cavalry at the end, like, you know, sort of. So that's what I'm trying to do here. I'm trying to kind of rearrange it in that fashion. Let's see, this is new. Yes, right, let's get them there. This is I think, yes, this is phalanx. This is all, yes, all of our pikemen. Now this is, I think this is a heavy peltast, and these are they? Yeah, hippas pistai. Okay, excellent. So these two will be next, and then our cavalry. These are, I believe, lightish infantry, and these ones too. Okay, so that does not really matter. So this is how I normally have my army arranged. Okay, there you go. All right, excellent. So we're going to attack this next turn. In the meantime, if I send my assassin on a bit of a spying mission here. Right, where is Pyrrhus? Who is this? This is Helenus. Oh, this is his son. And this is another son, Ptolemaeus. Okay, excellent. By the way, yes, if you're interested in Pyrrhus and his campaigns, I have got a campaign going using Divided Impera for Rome 2, and it's solely focused on campaigns of Pyrrhus. Starts to 80 if I remember correctly, so it looks at his exploits here in Magna Graecia. Sicily, we already done all of that, so we're back in Magna Graecia then, and then we'll be moving to Greece here, and it's basically going to end somewhere around 272 when he dies. So once we secure control of Pella and all other areas here, so this is where I'm going to end it. But we're in the process now, so if you're curious about the Pyrrhic affairs, go and check out that playlist of mine. Now, what else can we do? So we're building some infrastructure here. Now let's stick with this for now. Let's stick for that. Standard festivities. We're losing population here, but we're in such a bad economic state that we don't have much of a choice. Now our navy, I will bring the navy here. I will disembark this army now. Okay, navy will blockade Pella as well. Now for this army we could use couple of more units. Let's give them this this unit here. And who else do we need? Yes, we could actually use one more unit of skirmishers there. All right, now this gentleman can now go back and board the ship, and next turn we will have him set sail and maybe reinforce one of our garrisons here. In the meantime, I may want to try and actually recruit somebody else here. Hoplite, let's get them. Let's get these boys. And do we have all the archers here? We have the archers here. We have skirmishers here. We do not have the slingers. Okay, let's get the unit of slingers here. And one unit. This is haploi. This is levies. Let's get one of the decent units here, just in case they are attacking us next turn. Yes, so we are pretty much done. I think that's all there is. Assassin has exhausted his movement points. All of them have. We're building everywhere now. And yes, we are going to also just sit back and observe. Okay, let's see how the turn times are doing, and let's see what the Greeks are going to do here now. Right, we're back. Bride presented. Okay, unfortunately you cannot see who it is offered to, but we'll accept that. Game information, yes. A treat for those who want to make screenshots whether you pleasure. By pressing scroll lock, what will happen? Ah, yes, I've forgotten about this. Yes, fantastic. Press yes, excellent. Okay, thanks for reminder. Okay, the year in history. This is one of the unique features of Europa Barbarorum, and then was picked up by other mods as well. So you have this kind of a yearly breakdown as to what is happening in the world. Yes, so we are interested more. This is like a general overview of the different types of calendars. Relations worsened, yes, with the Greeks, and improved with Seleucids. Great. Now we have a marriage. Yes, who married? Oh yes, this is our heir. Okay, Diadocus. Yes. And we actually, we'll look at their biographies as well, by the way, because this is another excellent feature here, in that we have. Oh yes, hoplites are now free upkeep. Excellent. We have the biographies for each character, and for historical characters, very, I think, adds to the immersion. What is that? Oh yes, there he is. There is the man. So Pyrrhus has arrived. However, he is not besieging Sparta. He left Cleonymus to deal with that, and Cleonymus is of course one of the Spartans who actually brought Pyrrhus to this. To the place in the first place. So he was the person instrumental for actually initiating this campaign, and he is now trying to besiege Sparta, whereas Pyrrhus himself is here near Corinthus. Okay, let's see, who do we have here? Greek diplomat. Yes, I would like to capture this city, and this is our. Oh, what did I do just now? Oh, did I just. Yeah, I think I just spied on him. Wow. Okay, sorry. That wasn't what I meant to do. Wow. There's lots of Ambracia is Epirot, and let's see. Can we move our spy here just to see what they're up to here in Peloponnesus? This is our assassin. So we're going to first and foremost, of course, we're going to attack. But before we do, let's have a look. Gonatas. Antigonus Gonatas, born in 319, probably in Gonoi, in Thessaly. Unless his Gonatas epithet is derived from an iron plate protecting the knee. We do not exactly know. Right, his biography is here. Can we read this? Yes, I'm not going to bother you with this. Suffice to say, he's of course the son of the Demetrius Poliarchitis, or Demetrius the Besieger. Larger than life successor figure, son of Antigonus I, the One-Eyed, who controlled the greatest empire at some point of all the successors, until defeated by coalition of other successors, and his empire was ruined and he himself was dead. Demetrius, Antigonus's father, ended up his years in this kind of confinement with the Seleucids, and he died there. He left Antigonus here in charge of certain mercenary bands and coastal cities here in Greece, and yes, far from secure in his position. And he did defeat, however, Galatians, like mentioned before, and then that brought him a lot of recognition And let's see what else it says. Gonatas crossed over into Asia. Yes, he remained in Peloponnesus, did not assume the title of king till after his father's death in Asia. So yes, Demetrius died 283, and then he would claim himself a king of Macedon. And Pyrrhus was, however, yes, also in and out of this equation all the time. He was asking for troops from Antigonus to help him on his, Italian adventures. That was about 278. Antigonus refused to send troops because what happened before, Macedonian Ptolemy, who was ruling here temporarily until killed by the Galatians, he did give some, it's sort of a land lease of sorts to Pyrrhus. He gave him a few thousand Macedonians for a duration of few years for his campaign. So as the campaign started to take its toll, Pyrrhus needed more men because they were irreplaceable essentially. So he asked at some point in 278 if Antigonus would be kind enough to send some men, and he refused. Had he sent some men, perhaps that would have bought him time and kept Pyrrhus busy in Italy, but he refused, and that kind of quickened Pyrrhus's eventual return to Greece, where he started to, of course, press his claim to Macedonia, because it was quite popular. The eagle, Pyrrhus the eagle with the troops. Right, let's see what we have here. Okay, a son of Antigonus, king of Macedonia. Not much is known about Alcyonis. His father advanced into Peloponnesus. I'm not going to read all of this, it's a bit time confusing. Have a read when you have the chance. We do not know, I know that his successor would be Demetrius, but we do not have him. He did not come of age just yet, I believe. Yes. Okay. So we'll leave it at that. We need to move on with our campaign. So we recruited some men here. Where is our diplomat? Yes, Archon. This is Ptolemaic Asia now. We're in. And we're gonna move eventually closer home. So, first things first. Let's go about our business here, assaulting the Pella. Okay, if I do night attack, what would that give me? Probably more casualties, I suppose. I'm not going to bother with that. We're going to auto-resolve this. Right, 75 men lost, etc. Okay, no experience acquired, obviously. Okay, so what do we do with these barbarians? Let's ransom them. Rejected. Okay, well, we enslave them instead. Okay, we're going to occupy our ancestral seat. Well, not really, but this is traditional. Okay, Antigonus, Pella reclaimed. Rejoice, Basileus, our forces were victorious and have removed the mercenaries left by Pyrrhus in Macedonia. All the ancestral territories have been regained. Many are grateful and acknowledge your rights as you punish the Galatian and desecrators of Aigai, although some still see you as the mere instrument of the Moirai. It's time to show the Macedons that the chaotic days of the recent past are over and that the Antigonidae have come to bring order and prosperity. Excellent. So that gives him authority. We need to move our capital here. I do not quite remember how to do it. Oh, there you go. Set this settlement to be the faction's capital. Yes, haven't played this in ages. We want to rebuild, and we cannot rebuild anything, unfortunately, because of the money problem. Small market, stone wall, mines, and then a royal tomb, of course. This is what we need to do and think of. First and foremost, how is our finance? Finance is not looking good at all. Right, so what we're going to do now, we're going to think about, yes, he also gained a runner. We're going to leave a garrison here. We're going to march, as historically happened. We're going to march south with Antigonus and his army. We're going to try and have a showdown here with Epirus and his elephants, see if we can defeat them so that we can secure our control here. However, Greeks here are also hostile, so there will be lots of interesting developments. Actually, this is one of the tensest, one of the most battle reach sort of starting positions in all of the campaigns is if you start with as one of these three kingdoms, as one of the three entities, sorry. So you will have lots of battles. So we're going to save it there for now for the first episode. Next episode we're going to be moving Antigonus II down south for a showdown here with Epirus, because we need to take care of our oh, what is that supposed to mean? Yes, there is something here. There's a reef here. I do not know what it means. There's a reef here. Please let me know in the comments if you do know what's happening here. This is something new. This is something new. Like I said, I haven't played in ages. Like, there's no reef here, right? In Pella. There is a reef here. Oh, yes, I think I know. Is that the festivities? Is that it? Is that it? Maybe I'm wrong. Perhaps? Not sure. Okay, let me know in the comments, please. So I'm going to save it here. We're going to come next turn, next time. We're going to bring Antigonus south. We're going to see what we can do in terms of, you know, looking for an encounter with this gentleman with the eagle. Okay, thanks a lot for watching. Please leave a comment. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up. If you dislike it, give it a thumbs down. Please say what I need to improve here. Haven't played Europa Barbarorum in ages, so yeah, would be very, very helpful, very useful. Oh, there you go. Yeah, to see what you guys think of it, and yeah, we will come back later and we will proceed with this campaign where the aim is to secure absolute control over the Greek peninsula here for Antigonus and to establish him firmly as a ruler of Macedonia. Thanks again for watching. See you in the comments.